So there's this moment in every single in-person calligraphy workshop that I teach where I can literally see the light bulb turn on over someone's head. Okay, not literally, but you know what I mean. I'm not kidding, it happens in every single class. Think you know what it is? Hey, I'm Becca with the Happy Ever Crafter, and in this video, I'm gonna skip you right to that exact light bulb moment in a super short and concise video instead of making you sit through a whole 3-hour in-person class. Don't come at me in the comments saying that I'm skipping details or that I'm oversimplifying, because I know I am. I'm doing this super top level. I have an entire month-long free course that you can take if you want to go really deep into the basics, and you can find that at the link down below, showmeyourdrills.com. But for this video, I just want to make it really top level so you can see the whole picture and understand how all of this works in just a few minutes. All right, so the first thing I'll say is this. Calligraphy is not based on your handwriting. It has nothing to do with your handwriting. Why? Because calligraphy is broken down into what we call strokes, aka little squiggles. Okay, so here are the basic strokes that you learn for calligraphy. And to be honest, I'm making these look a lot simpler than they actually are. They do take a lot of practice. But for the sake of this video, let's pretend you already know exactly how to do all of these basic strokes, which you do if you've taken my free course. So you've got these strokes, great, but now what? Let's say you wanted to make the letter H. Okay, but actually just before we get to that, let me set the scene a little bit. So if you were at one of my 3-hour in-person workshops, by this point in the workshop, we've been working on these basic strokes over and over and over again for at least an hour. And at this point, people are starting to be like, why did I come to this workshop? This is not what I expected. These are not, I'm not learning how to do any pretty writing. I'm just doing these weird squiggles. So that's where we're at in the workshop. And then boom, I'm about to hit them with that light bulb moment. Okay, so back to creating the letter H. I have 3 different colors here. I'm gonna demonstrate with these because it'll be a lot easier for you to see. So like I said, your letters are broken down into these strokes. So to create the letter H, for example, you're gonna start with this one. Then you're gonna go to this one. And lastly, this one. And boom, you have the letter H. See how simple it is? Once you know these calligraphy basic strokes, you just add them together, kind of like math, stick them together, and they build an entire letter. So let's do another example. Let's say you wanted to do the letter M. For the letter M, you're going to start with this stroke. And you're actually going to do it twice. So I'm not switching colors because I'm doing that same stroke. And then I'm going to add that one, the same one we did for the H. And there you have it, the letter M. And now you might be sitting over there going, okay, but what about weird letters like the letter R? And you're right, they don't all perfectly break down into these exact strokes. Sometimes you have to modify them a little bit. So let's talk about the letter R. For the letter R, I would start with this stroke again. And then I'm gonna do one that we haven't talked about and that isn't part of this, and it looks like this. Okay? And then I'm gonna use this stroke, which we also haven't seen yet. And I'm gonna start down here and come back up. So if you look at this stroke and you look at this stroke, you can see that this definitely came from this. It's just shortened. But if we were to extend it up to that same line, it looks just the exact same. The only difference is we started it a little bit lower. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that all of the letters are based on these strokes, but sometimes with some of them you have to modify a little bit. There are definitely letters of the alphabet that are trickier than others, but for the most part, these basic strokes are the backbone you need to know. And once you've got them, it's super simple. So 2 things for me to say before I leave you. Number 1 is if you don't know how to do these basic strokes, again, I have a full course and it's totally free. You can find it at showmeyourdrills.com. But the second thing is if you do know these basic strokes and now you want to learn how to turn them into your entire alphabet, I have a course and a workbook for that. It goes through the entire alphabet page by page, and at the end of it, you'll know exactly how to turn the basic strokes into your entire alphabet. So if that's what you're looking for, you can find it at thehappyevercrafter.com/workbooks. There are a bunch of more advanced ones there too, but I suggest you start with this one as your first step. It's the one with the green cover. That's what you're looking for. And with that, I'm gonna link you to another basic calligraphy video next, and I'll see you over there.